I like you. I like the title.
Oh, thank you. Sanaa, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm down and nerdy.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear. So, I mean, there were so many good things to like about On the Come Up, but I feel like authenticity was really important to you, not just in your character, but as the director as well. So, how important was it to bring that authenticity, not just for these rap battles, but for what life's actually like on the East Side as well?
Absolutely. For me, the stories that always are the most compelling to me are the stories that are truthful and where I recognize that truth. And I wanted that for this movie. I wanted that in the hip hop. I wanted that in the performances. And I just wanted it in the relationships between these characters. I love Angie Thomas's writing. It's very visual, and it was important to me that even though this is a hood in America, that there was color and light. Very often we see hoods depicted in very dark and desaturated tones, oppressing tones. And because this is about a little girl and about hip hop and about growing up, I wanted, that dimension. So yeah, authenticity was very important.
And not just for you as a director, but Jay is such a wonderful character, I think, in this movie. And I think that hers is kind of an inspirational tale, actually, if you ask me. So, what was it like bringing that character to life, and how do you view her?
Yeah, Jay, I kind of fell in love with her when I was working on the script. We were doing rewrites, and um, I have a lot of people in my family, and I'm sure many people do, of people who have struggled with addiction, people who have succumbed to it, and people who have triumphed over it. And I thought that that was important to show that somebody could be in the darkest depths of addiction, and you know get out of it, like see her actually in the process of healing herself. I talked to a black woman who was sober 30 years from a major heroin addiction, and she was very helpful. And one of her biggest regrets is abandoning her kids during that time. And 30 years later, even though she had made peace with everything else, that was the thing that still just kept her up at night, is this shame, this guilt. And so I felt like Jay was very similar to that, and it was very helpful talking to her.
Very quickly, Sanaa, how proud were you of this young cast bringing so many amazing performances to this thing?
I felt so lucky. I love them all. We did everything virtually because it was still it still is the pandemic, but it was even deeper in. And I was so nervous about their chemistry because I'm like, how are you going to see chemistry on Zoom? But it worked out, and they're even still friends to this day, which makes me so happy. And they worked hard, and they're real professionals. They did their homework, and so I'm really proud of them.
On the Come Up premieres on Paramount Plus on September the 23rd. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Sanaa Lathan, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.